Well, we're not devastated, Richard. We're very happy that we're collaborating with Historic England to work out how to deal with the fact that the relentless weather that gets thrown at the tower and which has caused damage over the last 20 years is now going to have the opportunity of a really proper look at. It's not that we haven't been looking after it and doing ongoing maintenance, but the trouble with a hole in your roof that's 120 feet up is you need to scaffold the entire tower. And you can imagine that's quite a challenge at that site and quite expensive. So the real bottom line about why it's at risk is there's work that has to be done and we haven't got the money to do it at the moment. So that's the next big challenge.
Being positive about this, is being on the danger list going to be helpful in any way?
Well, the most helpful way is that it's access to a bit of money from Historic England and more particularly also their advice and assistance and hand-holding throughout. So we want to work with them to make sure we don't have to be coming back to the tower every 20, 30 years. We want to get something that's a bit more permanent as a solution to water penetration at the top.
You've got an HLF application underway as well?
National Lottery Heritage Fund application, yes we have. We will hear in November, and if we get the lottery money we'll feel at ease about doing the conservation work, but more importantly for the lottery we'll be able to do a much wider programme of work out in the landscape, out in the community. We know the conservation priorities have to be funded come what may, and so if we don't get the lottery money we'll be urgently raising funds for the conservation work. If we do get the lottery there'll be much more public benefit and much more benefit out there across Bath for the project we will be trying to do over the next 2 to 3 years.
I mean, this was built at the bottom of Beckford's garden, but not many people have a garden quite as long as he did.
Yeah.
Is that always been an issue, that the tower is out on a bit of a limb?
Well, it's up on a steep escarpment. You know, that's the trouble. The westerlies come across and hit what is a wooden structure at the top. And you know what the weather has been doing over the last 20 to 30 years. Not only has there been more rain, but it's been more intense. So it wasn't designed for that. It also, in Beckford's day, had a servant living there permanently. And for all we know, he was bunging up the holes from 1827 onwards and doing the kind of thing that is quite difficult to do ourselves.
Just in case anybody with a spare £1,000 is listening to what you're saying now, you would be grateful, I suppose, or interested in receiving any funds that people want to put in your direction.
We're always interested in that. We are a charity and the tower absolutely needs it. So if there's anyone out there who is fond of the tower and would like to hear about progress, do let us know and we will be in touch with them.